to, oh,
Late recording, I guess. I thought I already clicked it.
okay. So Chuck?
You know, we don't really have dark enough skies, I think, to justify something like that anyway. I mean, dark enough skies at a site that could handle that number of people and has restrooms and things. If you want dark skies now, you got to kind of go out in boonies around here, and I don't think we can support that.
Well, the San Jose Club supports Lake San Antonio, and they're probably 3 hours away, just like we are from San Antonio. So I don't know. And I know the Orange County Club has a similar thing out in the Enza Borrego Desert. I don't know what they do for restaurants. I haven't been out there.
Well, they have a hotel.
Oh, do they? Okay. Okay. So anyway, I have no answers for how to do it, but if you, Tom?
I think one possibility is to make it kind of a vendor event where, you know, people have the ability to come see vendors at a gathering spot. So that might be kind of interesting. That would bring people to the area. But or an astrophotography talk or something like that, perhaps. Just
well, then you need an indoor venue too.
What if we did something in conjunction with some other group, like the Ventura group or the San Jose group or something, and split the difference and held it somewhere in the middle, so they could bring the folks who normally come to CalStar, and we kind of learn how to do it by watching them.
Maybe, but I'm not that enthused about doing it. And besides, what exactly does it mean? What exactly does it mean to do it? You know, the San Jose Club just knows the people at Lake San Antonio, and they agree, yeah, sure, these people are going to show up, so take their money and let them camp. You know, and that may be all there is to it. You know, they are a recreational facility. They may have their own insurance, and when you pay to get in, you fall under their insurance thing. So, you know, it may require just a lot of coordination for someone in the club, and that's it. But I think I'm happy going to CalStar.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that was just a suggestion that was made, and I thought I should pass it on to everybody to think about. But someone would have to take it on, not because they think it's a good idea and they're going to sign it to someone, but because they really are champing at the bit to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's not something you want to go halfway and then bail out on.
yeah. I don't see KrissieC jumping up and down saying she'll run it.
Oh, speaking of large events in KrissieC, Marcia Hill from the Girl Scouts, they're doing Kaleidoscope again at the end of April.
Yes.
Up at Live Oak, so.
Yes.
Okay.
Looking forward to it. The Girl Scout Astronomy Club will also be there, as will my daughters. We'll be
Okay.
camping.
Yeah.
We're
They're
excited.
very well behaved. They all get in line when you tell them to do it. And the food is just wonderful.
is that at Live Oak?
Yeah.
Live Oak.
If an event is desired, what about we do Astronomy Day or something, or put something on it for Astronomy Day at the museum? That seems like it addresses the local population as something doable that we've done before.
The museum is problematic in that they have a strict limit on the number of people and events that they can do. And
So
they
that's
don't
what we're
like
bumping up against.
Yeah, and they don't like people outside the campus of the museum, like in the parking lot or out in the street there, like we used to do for Astronomy Days occasionally. Just
I'm
making
sad about
noise
it.
and
I miss
causing
it.
commotion.
I miss those days. They were really fun.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
I mean, potentially we could think about maybe doing something for the upcoming eclipses in 2023 and 2024. Although, of course, most people in the club want to be somewhere to see it in totality. And
Yeah.
Santa Barbara is not in totality for either one of those. But those are big draw events where maybe we could be off campus doing something, you know, co-sponsored with the museum that would be open to the public and get a lot of people.
Yeah.
But again, we're not in a totality path, so I don't think astronomers are going to want to come. And I don't think most of us astronomers want to be here.
I think we get a lunar totality this year. But
We do, May 15th.
Yeah,
It's
but
May
is
15th.
it one of those 3 a.m. jobs?
No, it's a moonrise one. It's actually
Okay.
pretty good. It's
Okay,
well
yeah.
situated. It's on a Sunday night, May 15th.
But moonrise means the museum's not a good site.
Yeah, not the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
For that
about
reason.
what about the marketplace in Goleta? We had that fabulous lunar eclipse several years ago. That was just, it was such fun. People would walk out of the theater and go, whoa, what's happening?
Yeah, and we're talking about, I guess I should start poking them about Astronomy Day coming up May 7th. You know, it's
Oh,
off
they're
campus,
right
off the
next
museum
to each other.
campus.
Ooh.
Hmm?
They're a week apart. The eclipse and Astronomy Day are just a
Oh,
week
yeah,
apart.
yeah.
That's
Oh, wow.
exciting.
Ooh.
Exciting.
Any other comments, thoughts? So are we going to do, we don't have any plans, of course, for Astronomy Day yet.
Right. But what we used to do is the big box, and I can contact them and see if they're amenable to doing it again.
Well, we used to do something at the museum with a station on mirror grinding and
Well,
Tim
that
running
was
my-
Astrovaganza. That was
Yeah,
inside
that's
the
it.
museum. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not happening anymore? Extravaganza, Chrissy?
Well, that was sort of a, you know, Astronomy Day is supposed to be open to the public, and that was sort of a way to say to the museum, okay, we'll do something where you can charge admission. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, I would love to have you all back and to bring back Extravaganza. I'd be thrilled to do that.
Okay.
You would be welcomed with open arms.
Okay.
But the museum would insist on charging admission, and they wouldn't want to have 1,000 people come.
Right.
It would just be a thing that would be a fun weekend
With our
for
solar scopes.
members and other people to come. Yeah, with solar scopes. We could plan it. Usually it's like planned on a star party Saturday, just so that people will come back for the star party and we're really celebrating all day. But that
Well,
again
usually
takes
like-
a big toll on everybody who's doing both.
And usually like in August.
August or September, yeah.
August, September, yeah.
Okay.
That's September is the alternate Astronomy Day, so that could be the Astrovaganza thing.
Yeah. I would be absolutely thrilled to have you. And by then, hopefully, we have some more astronomy stuff up and rolling. So, you know, we have some quasars that are trained on stuff, and people at the
Oh, yeah, I
museum
forgot
are used
about those
to
people.
astronomy again.
and maybe we have a little bit less COVID running around.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh, from your
At least-
mouth, Tessa.
At least we may have a new strain. You know, we're bored with the old one.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about the, what is it, the BA.2?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Keep your
And-
ears plugged.
It
Yeah.
seems to be more contagious, but not otherwise much different than Omicron. So
Okay. Okay. So any other topics?
Or any slower.
I didn't catch it.
It won't kill you any faster or any slower.
Okay, so it's just the same.
yeah,
Same old, same old. Okay.
just easier to catch.
Any other topics for anybody? Tom?
So webmaster wise, I'm still working with the old website software and things, which I worry about. It only works on one of my computers. It doesn't seem to line up on other computers. I don't know, Chrissy, if there's a way to get back with anybody in the museum that is into WordPress, would be a consultant wise to talk to at least on doing our website, redoing it. Do you think there's anybody I should contact there that would have time to talk to me about it?
That is a great question, and there might be, but I don't know yet. I haven't met a lot of the staff, and I know I haven't met the web design team yet. So when I meet with them, I will float that idea.
Good.
We really need to redo the web page because there's a lot of clutter up there and a lot of stuff that's just left over that doesn't apply. And we should sweep it out and make a much simpler design where it's easy to get to topics.
Yeah,
Just
I-
not necessarily have everything on the main page like that. You know, it just seems pretty cluttered.
Yeah, it's supposed to be so like WordPress will be like you could see it on a cell phone as easily as you can on
Yeah.
a home computer. But yeah, it's a big job to
It
play around
is.
with that stuff. It's a lot, and there's a lot of stuff we like to have on that. And so, yeah, to have like a menu that you can get to easily. I like the across the top menu and I like a drop down menu. I like it both ways really, but I don't know if that's possible. And
Well, just
to have,
something hierarchical where you can just choose your main topic and kind of go over into that rather than just having it all there. Anyway, you know,
And we
Just
also
about
need
having
to
the
make sure
calendar.
that we're being,
Oh,
sorry,
please
you go.
raise your hand. Who wants to? Oh, Tom had his hand up first.
Chuck suggested it, so he's got to fix it. So
yeah.
Chrissy?
I just wanted to make sure we were also being aware that the website needs to be ADA compliant because websites that are not are getting sued. And organizations.
How's a website not ADA compliant?
It needs to, has to have certain visual contrast and also be readable by readers. There's a whole thing. So I'm sure WordPress will have some sort of support, but if we're going to redesign it, we need to make sure that we're following all ADA compliancies on that.
Okay. Does the museum have a professional website designer, or do they staff someone on the staff do it themselves?
That's a great question. I'm not sure how much of the website is farmed out. Like I said, I haven't met the web design team yet.
Okay.
I've been mostly trying to fix the planetarium and have not had much of a chance to stray out of the dome.
Okay. Chuck?
Yeah, one of the things, you know, it's not easy to just tell, like for people with color blindness, you think, oh, I've made something here that's high contrast. There's no way anybody can't read that. But if people are colorblind, or I know that Tom King's son had all kinds of visual problems. And I went and did a presentation at Dos Pueblos High School. And he was complaining about the colors I chose, even though he's not colorblind, not providing sufficient contrast for him to be able to see some of the slides. So, so it is a real problem.
What about people that are deaf? Do we have to put a circle in the lower corner with someone doing the hand signing? Or are there other ways to deal with that?
Usually there's some sort of a reader that they will have at their end, but we need to make sure that all our text is compliant with that so that their reader will get all of our text. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff online if you just Google ADA web compliancy.
I had a flashback for a moment to the original Saturday Night Live where Garrett Morris was in that circle and he shouted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was going to say, when we
Tessa?
redesign it, if we can have particularly the calendar cell phone friendly, that would be great for folks who are like out eating dinner or doing something. They suddenly go, oh, wait a minute, wasn't tonight a star party, or wasn't tonight the AU meeting? And they can bring it up and go, oh, yes, it is. Let me finish up and get right along there.
that's what your two fingers are for, to spread it apart and zoom in and stuff.
That's one nice feature. When I put stuff up on the Night Sky Network page, it automatically gets picked up by a bunch of planetarium cell phone programs like Sky Safari. And if people go and look at that and say, what's happening tonight, it'll say, oh, star party at the museum. So
Cool.
yeah.
I got to go check that out.
There's nothing scheduled now.
Okay, so it sounds like action items here is for Chrissy to get back to Tom on the info. And maybe Tom, you could sketch a new layout for the website or something of what your ideas are.
We need a committee.
We got a committee.
Yeah.
You're it. So what I was leading up to is that we need to, we might put out some money and hire a professional web designer. So,
And
yeah, Chuck.
And one thing we want to put on there is, you know, that $5,000 donation from the Pritzker Foundation, and they asked that we put some kind of notice of that somewhere. And I don't know if the museum has, but
not that I know of.
Yeah. So they even gave a little graphic to use and things like that. And we want to put that somewhere just to acknowledge that.
Okay.
Send it to me too. I'll put it on Facebook.
Okay.
That's a good job you're doing on Facebook, Ruben.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, I was asleep.
Wake up, wake up.
I always hope that people send me stuff. I check out the LA Astronomical Society Facebook a lot.
Okay.
I don't necessarily copy them, but I use it as an example how our Facebook should look like. Yeah, if they're doing it, I guess we're going to do it too.
Yeah, they're so large, they own their own observatory site out in the
Yeah.
Lockwood Plains or wherever that is.
So I've gotten I pretty much have all the sites that they check out, take photographs from, and so I do it too, and everything.
Uh-huh.
And so I try to put at least 3 photographs or 3 note or something every day on our Facebook page and stuff. But it's always good if it's something from us. So if somebody from the board sends me something, Chuck sends me every month, what happens, the events for the new month and everything.
The
And
non-outreach.
those always go over very well.
Good.
They love the Valentine's Day one that I did with Chuck and Pat, and so it was really great, and because I'm not sure if you all can see, how many people look at each picture. I know you can see how many people like it, but I get to see how many people actually look and read it and stuff. And so, we always average about 30 pictures. Chuck's was 104. The picture of Valentine's Day, Chuck and Pat, they really like that and everything. And of course, it said all the events. Well,
Here comes an example.
It's really changed since I last saw this.
What is that? OLA? No, this is us.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's us. That's the latest from the ones I put in yesterday. And like I said, I picked the sites from the LA Astronomical Society Facebook
Mhm.
page, and I go to them. A lot is from astronomy, the magazine, Sky and Telescope, NASA, JPL, Earth page, Earth site, and NASA.gov and everything. And so every day I put stuff up, but the ones that really go off well are, and like right there, you like, for example, it says Hubble Views Cosmic 1 like, but on mine, I get to see, okay, well, 30 people saw this, read it, 30 people, and if you scroll all the way down, a little bit further down, just as an example, the Chuck and Pat, that I put up, and that's a little bit, our home stuff, still a little bit further down for the events of this month, that really went off well. I know that was the last I checked was 104 people had actually read it and everything. Not everybody liked it, but they read it.
Who would not like it?
Well, they didn't say unlike it, but they just didn't mark the like button.
Right.
It's
I
like
just
looking at a
checked
car
the
Can
crash.
last
other
one.
people hear?
What's that? There it is.
Huh.
Where'd it go?
It's a
Trying to
little bit
find it
further
again. What date was that?
the last days of
So what should I do?
January.
It's probably January 27 or something.
Yeah. And I just want to give that an example of how, that one, there it is. There's on how say 11 likes on it, but when I read it, when I see it, it shows 104. As of yesterday, there was 104 people that actually opened it up and read it. And
There's no accounting for taste.
Yeah. Now, I
So
really love you
you
guys.
gave Chuck carpal tunnel syndrome from liking it.
Anyway, they really do like, I get more people that read it if we're doing it something personal, something from the AU,
Yeah.
as opposed to just photographs that I take out of other sites.
Uh-huh.
So that's all stuff that Chuck sends me, and I put in. That's great, and they read it. They
Yep.
like to read it.
Good job, like I say. So,
So please send me stuff, you guys,
okay.
or I'll just keep putting pictures up.
Okay. So any other topics? In one of our shorter meetings.
Chrissy's got something.
Sorry,
Your
it's
lights
getting
went
dark.
out.
I know, it's like it's getting dark out here. Just a matter of housekeeping. I would love it if everyone could switch over to my fancy new work email, which I will put in the chat right now, kcook@sbnature2.org, instead of my personal email, just to make sure that when I'm looking for stuff from the AU, I know where to find it. So it doesn't get lost in all my other personal emails.
Okay.
And that's another thing. Chrissy wants the outreachy, status reports and everything back again that Charlotte
Yes,
didn't
please.
want. So we'll
I
continue
want
doing
those.
that.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. You mean how many people attended?
Yeah.
Yes, I want all those attendance reports. I want to know how many people from the AU were volunteering. Yes. I want to
Will
keep track of
do.
those numbers so I can brag about you often.
Okay.
Let's see. So we don't have our vice president here. Ron should have been mentioning about the speaker coming up. And one thing I had a concern with was last time we had her, she didn't want her program put on YouTube. I recorded her and she didn't want it on YouTube. So, but I think way we're doing it now is it's one of our ways of outreaching. So we need to get that a clearance from her. So I
Yeah,
guess
but
I'll
if-
try to contact. I've tried
she
to tell
won't
Ron this a
agree-
couple times.
If she won't agree, we'll just enjoy it in real time.
Well, we only access, you'd have to access it just like this without being recorded or placed on further, which I think is a disservice. So I think that wouldn't be very good.
Okay.
Hopefully she's agreeable to being put on YouTube at this point.
Hopefully, but if she isn't, then we can't make it an issue. We have to go with the speaker's wishes.
We could cancel her and get somebody else.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, that's not a good policy, I think.
Yeah.
We
She's
have
a
to
good
respect the
speaker.
wishes of the speakers.
Hopefully she knows is that she should be recorded. But
Yeah, I don't see that there's
anyway.
a shift.
I've tried to put that across to Ron, but I don't see him here.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
see.
We got to get Colin too, so we can find out what happens with the Treasury and all. I still think we've never gotten anything from Miramar.
Okay.
And we
Oh,
did
we
sort
have
of get
Colin.
Picara trained.
We could have Colin call Miramar back up.
Well, I mean, we do say donation, so it's hard to poke them, but
Mhm.
Didn't they
Yeah.
it
give you
doesn't make me
COVID?
eager to lug my stuff 100 yards anymore,
Didn't they give you COVID, Chuck?
Yeah. Well, they did offer for folks who had come to outreaches there with telescopes to have a free dinner in their restaurant, but it's like, no, we're not doing this for ourselves. We're doing this, for the club. So, instead, why not make a donation? I mean, I haven't answered that email yet, but
Okay.
it's like, I know that, people would really appreciate it, but, it seems
Yeah,
too
we
much
can't-
like nepotism.
We can't be too pushy because we are a service organization and do
Yeah.
ask for donations. So I agree.
Although the Montecito Country Club dinner was pretty nice, Chuck.
Yeah.
Okay. No other topics,
I
Ruben?
the judging at what is it, Chuck? What's it? The science project judging.
Oh, science projects. Yeah.
At UCSB, and stuff. I know last time I did it, I was going to do it. We had given him $300 cash, I believe. Okay, and as I recall, that was canceled. I don't think it was given out. And then last year, and I declined to do it. And as I recall, they didn't. They still had the money, and they didn't do it. I think it was just totally canceled all last year. And again, this year they were going to do that. I know they sent me something. I don't know if they sent something to Chuck to
No.
sign up as a judge. And I said I'm not going to do it again. And then I asked them, what about the $300? You guys still have that? And I haven't heard from them. I never heard from them anymore. They were supposed to, 2.5 years ago, they were supposed to return it, the cash. As I recall, maybe they were supposed to just hang on to it. I thought they were going to return it because, it wasn't not used. And
Well, maybe they did, eventually give it to somebody, I hope.
maybe they did. It was, but I think wasn't last year totally canceled? I think last year was
Yeah,
totally canceled.
I don't remember getting anything.
But I know I remember getting one for this year, which I thought, isn't it like in May, Chuck? Is it April? Is it
I'll ask
think
Colin
March.
about that money back.
March? Yeah, I just like, but I asked them, they didn't say anything. I don't know.
Mm.
So I kind of just lost touch with them.
Mhm.
Okay.
And maybe if you can ask our treasurer to those guys ever give our money back? Yeah.
Yeah. Send them an email, ask them if we got the money back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Nothing else?
Except that
And this is the last Zoom meeting for our business
Ah.
meeting, the last Zoom version. And so the meeting is closed at 5:11 p.m. So I'll see you all March 12
Well, I'm afraid you won't be seeing me.
on our folding chairs behind the museum at 4:30.
I'm sorry, I'll have to skip these myself. I just can't go. You know.
Okay, well, that's I understand.
My wife has a health condition that makes her particularly vulnerable to COVID. And
Yeah.
if I get it, she gets it, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
really do something bad.
Yeah, I'm not trying to talk to anyone into coming that doesn't feel safe.
You know.
I feel the risk myself. If it were indoor, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So, okay. Thank you all for coming.
All right.
All right,
Thank you
sounds
all.
good.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you,
Thank you,
Jerry.
Tom.
Stay healthy.
I see you, all of you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye now.
Ta-ta.